Hey everyone, a long time no see. Um, I am trying this again because last time it worked pretty well in terms of accountability and everything else. It has been a little over 2 years since my last video, and it was about 6 or 8 months prior to that I was really posting consistently. I haven't been posting because I really haven't been focusing on my weight or my weight loss. I have had 2 pregnancies and 2 births and 2 babies since I started this channel, and now I have a 2-year-old and a almost 6-month-old, and I have just been focusing on physically recovering from pregnancy and birth, and the whole COVID pandemic thing, and figuring out like mentally who I am now, and where I fit in this world now as a mother, and still myself. And I've just not been letting myself be too concerned with my weight, especially because it's just very difficult to... I've been either pregnant or nursing for 3 years solid now, and it is difficult to do a whole lot with calorie counting when you're nursing, because if you do too much of a deficit, your body starts producing a lot less milk, and so it's a very difficult time to try to work with calories. But I really just want to get on the ball. I finally feel like I have energy for the first time in a long time. I actually, after my first baby, I had a bad spell of both postpartum depression, postpartum anxiety, and they couldn't officially diagnose me with chronic fatigue, because when you have something like you're nursing or you've been pregnant or whatever, they can't for sure know that that is fatigue and not somehow related to the nursing or the pregnancy, which I get, but like with all the blood tests and everything else, it didn't seem to be like an iron deficit or anything like that. They did try a lot of stuff. They even sent me to an oncologist to make sure I didn't have like a blood disease, but like I had this just unbelievable fatigue for about a year, and then randomly it just seemed to lift about 3 months into my second pregnancy, and maybe 4 months, and it hasn't, that fatigue has not come back, like, and I can tell that it really was a unique, like, true fatigue, like separate from the exhaustion that you get from just like new parenthood, because now I have another baby, I'm getting less sleep than ever, and yet I know that I do not feel that fatigued. Like, I don't feel like the same fatigue that I had, and so I am still, sleep deprived and tired and depleted nutritionally in some ways from nursing and things like that, and yet I have substantially more like energy and less fatigue than I had for that year. And so I've been just giving myself a lot of grace for trying to recover from all of those things. Miraculously, my PPD just kind of vanished overnight when I gave birth the second time. I had hopes that I knew that usually it either gets worse or like it definitely like tends to, more often than not, like you if you've had PPD with a previous pregnancy, you tend to get it with another one. But I just felt like it was a hormone imbalance, and I wondered if maybe just the massive reset button of giving birth would help with my hormonal balance, and it seems to have done that, because I have not had any depression since then. I am still on a very like lowest possible dose of a serotonin supplement that will help with anxiety and stuff like that, and I'm staying on it because it's certainly not going to hurt anything, and might be helping still. But anyway, so that's just kind of what's been going on with me. I have 2 beautiful children now, and I probably will not be showing them or mentioning their names on this channel. I just prefer to keep that private, but that's just not what this is about. But I will be incorporating just sort of like the new lifestyle of busy mom, and having to incorporate their dietary needs and stuff like that into whatever I end up doing. So for now, my plan is I'm going to get back on this so that I can have the accountability of sort of making this like public. I have ordered a new scale. The scale that I used to use, was like 9 years old, and it just kind of started to suck. It was still giving you a reading, but like I remember the last day that I used it, I got on in the morning, and then I went and took a shower, and I was curious how much I don't know if you've ever done this, but I was curious how much water my hair like retains when I wash it. And so I jumped back on the scale, and I had done nothing except take a shower and get my hair wet, and it said that I had lost like 9 pounds, and I was like, okay, this thing is not accurate anymore, because I should, if anything, weigh just a tiny bit more. So anyway, so I got rid of that scale, so I'm ordering a new scale, so I'll get that this week. But I do have a suspicion that my weight will be around 250, which is higher than it's ever been. But, you know, it's a different time of my life, and I have high hopes that I can get it under control. I really am motivated to get it under control because I would like to have another pregnancy, and I want it to be a healthy one. And I don't really feel like going into it for this video. If you'd like me to, mention it in the comments, and I will do a video on it. But for various reasons, I know that I will have healthier pregnancies if I can lose weight before I get pregnant again. And so I'm very, very motivated. But I'm also trying to be realistic about just my energy and time and stuff like that. So I'm not going to put expectations on myself that I just can't meet. So I know my goal weight and everything like that. We will find out what my actual weight is later this week. Another thing, the main thing that I'm doing in terms of diet right now is I have decided to, I'll kind of go into it only if you want me to, but I've decided to cut out corn syrup. And I feel like that will actually cut out a lot of things, a lot of vices in my diet, because a lot of things have corn syrup that you don't even realize have corn syrup, like obviously soda, which I had gotten a pretty bad habit of drinking until about 2 weeks ago. I am now 2 weeks off of soda, and I think that'll make a difference. I mean, obviously it'll make a difference, but I think it'll really make a difference, like, long term. And then I have a little bit of a weakness for Hostess cupcakes. It's not like I eat them all the time, but I have been known to enjoy, like, Hostess products every now and then, and basically nothing from Hostess is on the table anymore for me if I am cutting out corn syrup. And things like candy bars. Most candy bars have corn syrup. All kinds of stuff. So there are a few things that I can still have that I'm really happy about. Like, I thought I was going to have to give up Smucker's Uncrustables, which are kind of a very, very easy breakfast for me sometimes. But they actually are not made with corn syrup, so I will still have those, like, around for now. If I need to cut other things out in the future, I will, but I'm just trying to do things one thing at a time, because my life is a lot of chaos and a lot of hectic. So anyway, so you know, you'll be along with me as I figure out one small step at a time what it's going to take for me to get to a healthier weight while maintaining mental health. That's really important to me. So I guess now it's not just a weight loss journey. It's more of a health journey as a young mom, or as a newer mom. So if you can relate, I hope you'll follow and give me your own experiences or insights in the comments. And I will also be trying to add in more exercise. Lately I actually feel like I have a little bit more energy, so I don't have the time to do the walks that I used to do, and lately it's been like over 100 degrees outside like every day, so I'm not really interested in doing long walks right now. So I'll be trying to figure out indoor workouts that I can do after my kids go to bed, that aren't too crazy strenuous, but like, yeah, so we'll talk about that later. And one tip, I guess, or one sort of trick that I've been doing the last while. I am really, really, really into decaf Earl Grey iced tea. I really like the Bigelow brand. They sell it most grocery stores. It's the least expensive at Walmart. But the decaf Earl Grey, it has just a great flavor. I just make it unsweetened. I use my Keurig. I have like one of those single cup Keurigs. So I usually just sort of brew hot water out of it and put 2 tea bags in, and then dump it into my 32 ounce Yeti cup full of ice. And then I have an instant cup of fresh brewed iced tea. So that has been sort of like my vice lately, because I don't have very many vices left. Yeah, so that is, I don't know if I'm glad to be back, but hopefully I will be glad to be restarting this channel, and I hope that you will subscribe and let me know in the comments if there's anything specific you would like to see.